So when you started battling different crews at like barbershops, what age is that around?
I was a little older. I was like a senior in high school, maybe getting out of high school. So I was like 17 because I graduated at 17. I was like 17, 18 years old. You know,
were you making beats at this time yet? Or this is not yet?
No, I wasn't making beats quite yet. Maybe I started fucking around making beats like 96, probably 97, I would say. I'd gotten this keyboard you could fuck around with. And I started making some beats.
Well, you made it on the ASR 10, right? Was the first beat?
That was a little later on. That was a couple years later.
Okay.
Yeah, that was probably 98, 99. I had a drug dealer friend who was like, he wanted to like get me going, but it was difficult. We didn't have a producer that was giving us beats. And then, the internet wasn't a thing to us at that point, really. So connecting with other people was more of a face-to-face thing or a friend of a friend thing. And there were producers, but people were fucking insane at points. They'd be like, yeah, I want $800 for this beat. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Right.
But he got $800 for a beat. Man, I would pay $800 for a beat right now. Like, what do you mean? It's fucking, I'm doing that fucking 25 years ago.
I know $800 then was like probably like $5,000 now.
Yeah, and I don't even know if I can make money. But we did run into this dude, actually, like after high school. Once I had made some new connects, like I had met a few people. My boy Justin, rest in peace, Justin, he's dead. He used to call himself Kavork MD. My buddy Levon, my homie Howie. These were kids that were from like Brentwood, Bayshore, which is, like maybe 25 minutes away. And I'd run into them. And this is at the time when people started getting like digital 4-track recording stuff in their homes and stuff. So you could start doing a little bit of recording. And we had run into a few people because beats started being a little more accessible in 97 going in, outside of 96. Everything outside of 96 got easier because I got out of high school. I was out and about, things were a little easier to make happen. And I mean, I think I ran into one of them at the Busy Bee Mall. Used to have a record store in it. And the owner looked like Butch Husky from the Mets back in the day. He looked just like him. I used to call him Butch. He'd be like, why are you calling me Butch? I'd be like, because you look like fucking Butch Husky, man.
I'm sure he liked that.
No, he thought it was funny because when he didn't know who Butch Husky was. And then I showed him. I brought in a baseball card and showed him. He looked just like that motherfucker. Like one of those light-skinned black dudes with freckles.
Right.
He was they were fucking spitting images of each other. It was funny. But I had met one of my friends in there. Back then, it was like in the 90s when I was doing graffiti, right? Fucking, you sought out other graffiti writers. You wanted to go, like we would go to malls in different towns and, you would try to find other people who shared the similar interest as you. And it was the same thing with rapping. You wanted to meet other MCs. You wanted to link up and try to collaborate and start groups and have crews and shit. So, it was a very similar thing. So once I linked up with those guys, that's really where I kind of started being a little more serious about it. Because, I think the first studio I recorded in was Capitol Studios, it was called. You ever hear RA say Cap Marada?
Right.
You ever hear that name, Cap Marada? Yeah, Cap Marada's the first guy that recorded us. And it was this dude, Mojack, who made beats. And they were fire. They were actually pretty good. I'd love to find the tape of that fucking first song we did. It was pretty funny. That's where I met RA for the first time, was in that studio. Way back when. I rapped for RA.
Wow. What was his reaction?
His eyes lit up. He probably don't remember it. I remember it like yesterday.
How old are you at the time?
18, maybe 19 tops,
What year is this?
97.
97?
I'm probably 18. I'm probably 18 years old. I'll never forget RA was in there and I knew who RA was. Yeah. Like I knew who RA was. Mm-hmm. I knew what Crustified Dibs was. I knew RA the Rugged Man. I thought he was fucking great. It's like at Smith Haven Mall. He was awesome. He was a Long Island legend at that point. And that was part of the reason you went to that studio, because that's Cap Murata, you know, like that's RA's dude. RA records there. You should go there. Plus, we didn't know any other good studios, so that was the one we went to. And RA was there one day, and then they're like, yo, spit a rhyme for him. This was when I was kind of getting known to be nice, you know? And I spit a rhyme. He seemed impressed. He looked homeless. He had on like fucking, you know, all right, you know, RA dresses kind of quirky. He's got an odd style of dress, you know? He had like these pants on. They looked like you'd wear in a kitchen. And he said, and a t-shirt that said, don't bother me, I'm retired. I'll never fucking forget that. And a silly hat. And a fucking silly hat on.
He's a very interesting guy for sure.
Yeah. He's cool. He's got a very odd style. That's his own, you know, it's cool. Mm-hmm. Do your thing, man. Trench coats and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Those hats that he does and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ridiculous hats. He could pull them off though. I can't, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's the thing though, right? Only certain people could pull off certain looks. He does pull it off though, so you got to give him that.
Yeah, if I dressed up like that, people would be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" Man? Look at this fucking my ears would look ridiculous, sticking out of like a fedora. They'd be like bent down, looking foolish. He can get away with it.
I bet you somebody's calling the cops. So you dress like that.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they do. I have to go to prison if I'm coming out like that.